Welcome to another episode of Any Given Sunday. It's been a while, but I'm still Shonda.
I'm Brandon.
And we have our podcast, Mother and Son, talking about random things, family things, faith things, sports things, all the things. And we have been missing MIA for a while. Brandon, you want to tell people why we haven't been podcasting?
Yeah, you stopped paying me, and that's pretty much...
Stop paying you. I put you out the house?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not
you live here free?
That's not a form of
That
payment.
is a form of
That
payment.
is not a form of payment.
That is a form of payment.
Okay, I ain't gonna do
Room
it.
and board.
I'm outnumbered.
How you outnumbered? We one
I
on
know
one.
all your friends gonna be like, oh no, don't do that. No, that's your son should not be living. No, never mind. I ain't gonna do all that. But y'all know, you know how they be acting, Bubba. You know how they be acting, so I'm just go ahead and buy my business and let you win.
Okay, so we haven't been podcasting because I haven't paid you. Did I ever agree to pay you? Was that ever a term?
That's why I'm like, okay, so this is an optional podcast.
So you quit.
I mean, like,
You didn't put in 2 weeks notice or anything.
See, that would, if it was a job, I would have to put in 2 weeks notice. But being that it was optional,
You quit.
I mean, I wouldn't quit. I just was like optionally not deciding to show up for work. You know what I mean?
And then I fired you.
Well, you can't fire me. It's
But you
impossible.
could quit.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
So this is why we have not been podcasting because we cannot agree on anything.
Yeah.
Since I think it's probably been like about 3 months. We've been at war.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're gonna try to get through this podcast episode without any family incidents. We'll see if we can get through the episode without editing Brandon, but
I don't understand why I always had to get edited anyway.
okay, highly unlikely that that's gonna work out. Well, anyway, we'll see.
I don't understand why I need to be edited.
Okay, we won't edit you.
Thank you.
We're gonna let
Thank you. Let the people see the real podcast. Like, you doing more work anyway. Like, she's making more work for herself. Editing me out. And like the people always be like, Shonda, where's the rest of the podcast?
No, they want to know, what did he say?
What did he say?
What off the wall inappropriate comment did he make?
And
Tell
it never
us.
even be that bad. I'm like, Mom, why did you edit that?
You know that lady you talked about in my walking challenge, she quit. Yeah. See? And that was because I had you live and I didn't edit you. So no, we will. In
She
fact,
did not quit.
Yes, she did. So
Okay.
we'll see if Brandon can make it through the episode without needing to be edited.
I almost got edited right there.
We know.
I held
We know.
that one back.
We're gonna move on. So we have been in a season of transitions. Brandon, 10 years ago, I went back to school and got my master's degree. And now I'm thinking about getting a doctorate.
Oh my goodness.
And I was just wondering, how would you feel about calling me?
Stop right there. Stop right there. Mom, that's all. That's the only thing I'm calling you.
No, Dr. Shonda.
Mom. You know, just because you get a doctorate don't mean people got to call you doctor.
But you do.
No.
If you want me to
I'm
answer.
talking about when all right. You're not listening to me. All right. So basically, let's start over. Go ahead.
When I get my doctorate,
You will have a doctorate degree.
and you will call me.
No, see, stop right there. Stop right there, because I don't like how you start off with "you will call me," not "you can call me," but you talk about "you will call me." See, now, like that's a form. Like now, I have to like be ignorant.
So
about
your
that.
professors at school, what do you call them? When
Sir?
you were in school.
Sir.
So you'll call
Ma'am?
me ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you mean? All right. I'll be like professor sometimes.
See, yeah. So you can call me doctor.
Doctor is crazy. You're not even performing no like surgery.
There's
no-
more than medical doctors.
Oh, okay. So if you're in a hospital and somebody come up to you talking about some Dr. Shonda, you're gonna be looking real confused, right?
No,
Yeah,
I won't, because they wouldn't
they're gonna
do
look
that.
Around, oh, you're a doctor, ma'am? Please, we need help. And then what? Oh,
I'm
actually,
not a medical doctor.
Oh, actually, yeah. Now everybody's on the high alert and they thought they
Why
found.
at the hospital would they come up to random me in my
Because everybody coming
regular
up to you
clothes?
talking about some Dr. Shonda. All right, why did I do that? Okay. Sorry.
Back from editing Brandon.
It's every time.
He can't do it. Anyway, I'm thinking about getting my doctorate, and I was wondering, what do you think about me going back to school again?
Yeah, I couldn't. Congratulations to you, but that's, I mean, you know, Yeah, congratulations, Mom.
That's what you think?
I mean, like, what? You got to take more classes? How long is that going to take? And how many
It
classes
could
you got
take
to
like 3 to 4 or 5 years. It could take a while.
Yeah.
Because you have to write a dissertation, do
Ah.
research, all this stuff.
Lost me at right.
I know it's not for you,
Yes.
but what do you think about me continuing to learn?
What? Why?
You don't think I have more things to learn?
I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so you have no thoughts about me.
I
going
said
back.
yes. That's good. That's
And
good.
you will call me Dr. Shonda.
I'm not. Stop saying you will.
You will call me Dr.
Because
Shonda.
I will not.
Okay.
Like, what?
And I will not answer. How about that? And we'll just be around here will nodding, which is part of what's been happening for the last 90 days and why we have not had a podcast episode.
And because the monies wasn't.
Brandon, nobody ever promised you money. Anyway, Brandon, you've been
I feel like we had a conversation.
I never told you I would pay you.
I said podcast take off now.
Okay, well, it didn't.
60-40 splits. I got 60. You get 40.
Well, your half ain't came through.
70-30. 70-30. Because I'm starting to like the value of me on your podcast.
Which is why you're not getting paid. Can you reel it in so we can actually have a conversation?
Okay. All right. Come on.
Okay. So, Brandon, you are transitioning from pursuing playing yourself into being a coach.
Yes.
And I know that you have a little team. And I call them little because of their statue, not because of their quality.
Yeah.
So tell the people about your team.
You know, my team, we just go out every Saturday. We just take care of business. You know what I'm saying?
How old are they?
About like 7, 8, I don't know, one or two. It really doesn't matter because we just go out there and we win every Saturday. Like, I barely even have to coach. The hardest thing I have to do is whenever the children come out to the sideline, they all look at me all on the bench and they staring up at me and I'm going, all right, you're sitting out this quarter. Because everybody has to play. So I had to pick which one is going to sit out. And then,
So there's only 6 kids on this basketball team?
Well, last week it was. It's usually 7, so it'd be like 2. I could be like, oh, y'all two went out, so y'all two, you know. So yeah. But yeah, that's the hardest part.
What about dealing with the parents?
Parents? So I don't talk to parents. I talk to kids. I'm not here for the parents. Parents don't even be paying attention. They just there, and that's just like an event on their schedule.
So, okay.
Is that not facts?
No.
Okay, they obviously want to support their child, yes. Not saying that they don't. But I'm just saying, like, they don't care if they child
trust you, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah. They putting their trust in me, and they allowing me to just, you know what I'm saying?
These people
Let their
entrust
kids
you with
cook.
their children.
Hey, they 2-0.
Well.
And like every kid be having fun, you know what I'm saying? Even the ones that don't really, who I could tell parents force them to play basketball, he still be having fun because I still.
Wait, it's just one?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the name of this team?
Oh, I thought you was gonna ask the kid. I'm like, I'm not finna.
No, what's the name of the team?
Oh, we the Mighty Dragons. You know
The
what I'm
Mighty Dragons.
saying? No, I'm saying.
Who came up with that?
Well, like I was just asking the kids. I said, so what do y'all? What y'all want the name to be? And I said, they was just saying craziness. I'm like, so what's your favorite animal? Dragons.
Somebody said a dragon?
Yeah, this was boys. Like, you gotta think about it. I said, okay, dragons is good. I said, all right, so we need a first name. And then I was just like, Mighty Dragons. And they were like, oh, yeah. So, yeah.
So the Mighty Dragons are 2-0 on the season. How many games are there?
Like 7.
Okay. Mm-hmm. We'll see how the season ends.
We're not going to lose a single game.
We'll see how the season ends.
Like, I make them do extra passes just so, like, you know what I'm saying, we can work on something. Because I feel like at that age, you know, you don't really need to learn how to score on a small hoop. Okay. That's a longer conversation, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. But Brandon, there's something else you have been pursuing in the last 90 days, which I feel like is the real reason you have not had time for this podcast. You started your own TikTok. And tell me about your TikTok and your empire you're growing.
You know what I'm saying? It's a journey, you know, trying to gain followers and, you know, it's definitely like what's the word I'm looking for? Like
An outlet?
No, Well, yes, but like I'm saying, like it's a step outside of like my original comfort zone. I
Okay.
would say that because it's just like coming up with content ideas and talking in front of a lot of people sometimes used to be a struggle for me, but then communication major, right? I can't do that. I forgot. Communication major right here. You know what I'm saying? So I realized, I don't know. It's just like you don't imagine the people. You just talk to the camera.
So you started off with how many followers? Is it followers? Mm-hmm. How many followers?
Like 80.
80. And now you're almost to 500.
We all.
And how are you grinding to get this followers?
I go live every morning. 8:30.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
But you don't do it on a popular platform.
Anyway, he quit being with me to pursue his own empire. Now you all know the truth. It had nothing to do with pay. It had nothing to do with our beefing.
It do got something to do with pay, because
sometimes you make pay.
The first stream we got more than what we got paid here, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
And you okay?
We ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But
anyway, I have admired your dedication because you go live every day, like sometimes even on the weekend.
Yeah, only on Saturday though.
And you go live for hours.
Yeah.
You sit there for hours, yippity yappity.
Yep, just yapping, talking to the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yelling.
Okay, but like, see, if y'all weren't here, it would be way worse. That's why I should have started in college, because I would have been going crazy by now. I'd be screaming.
What's your goal with this?
Make money. I mean, like, other than that, okay, that sounds so shallow. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I want to have, like, whenever I play the game, I don't want to just play the game just to play it because it's fun. Like, I'd rather people watch me and interact with me while I play, and people to experience the fun that I have with the people that I play with as well. And, you know, I always felt like I could have done this. I've always, like, whenever I used to play the game and not stream, I'd just be like, why am I not streaming right now? Because I would just see other people just streaming and playing the game. I'm like, I literally can do that. So. Yeah.
Now you do.
Now I do.
Oh, goodness.
Back from cutting Shonda. Still cutting Shonda.
Coughing is different than saying something inappropriate.
Oh, right.
So, okay, this is my question. What has God taught you during this season of transition?
God has taught me to just keep an open mind, keep my, you know, just, it's a hard question to answer. It's like, basically, I feel like God has just taught me to keep an open mind, if I'm just going to sum it all up. Just because, like, I don't know what my next steps will look like, but I know that I'll trust God in the process, and then the final outcome will be whatever it is, and I know that God will have helped me get there. So that's what I'm going with.
Amen. Well, it's been quite an interesting season. Transitioning from this duo thing we almost had going on to two solo careers. It's like the breaking up of Destiny's Child or something. Like Beyonce had to go off on her own, and now Kelly Rowland is over here trying to have her own career. That's how it feels.
Don't know who Kelly Rowland is, but...
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you do.
Did I just get canceled by the
Yes, you just got canceled by all the people. I want to talk about you living at home. What is the best thing about living at home?
Best thing about living at home in comparison to living by myself?
Sure.
Okay, the best thing about living at home in comparison to living by myself would be that, you know, whenever I get bored, I can come just interrupt on your piece and just kind of like create a sense of like fun out of that, you know, just like, let's say if you're just sitting there watching TV and you don't want to be bothered, I'll probably just go in there and bother you and then make you mad. And then once I see you like have a reaction, then I'll know my job is done.
And what I have been practicing in this season is not allowing him to ruffle my feathers. Because I know that he is rage baiting me.
Yes.
And in the beginning of our 90-day trial, I let him get really under my skin. And I was just walking around here like a crazy woman. But now I just calm myself. Yes. I allowed the Holy Spirit to take over. And I do not react to his rage baiting.
No, it's very true. Like, it's crazy how far you've come.
And that infuriates him.
It does. It actually does, which also makes me want to try harder. And then I'll be like, okay, I'm tripping. Like, she makes me get to that point where I realize that, okay, maybe
you're
I'm
the problem. Yes.
But before, it just used to take literally no effort. So then all of a sudden, whenever she started getting more
allowing
calm,
the Holy Spirit to guide my reactions.
Getting more calm, like, oh, this is not fun anymore.
Yes. And maybe one day you'll give up.
I wouldn't get too excited for that, man. But,
so what's the worst part of living at home?
The worst part about living at home, other than having a grumpy man walking through the house.
Don't talk about my husband.
Nah, just playing. The worst part about living at home would just be, well, like when I stream, I would just say like I can't scream, well, it's not that I can't. It's just like I don't want to scream and like be overbearing, and I be wanting to like not be in the way as much, try to let them still enjoy their
tranquility.
Yes, as much as possible.
It's none.
Don't do that. Do not do that. There is tranquility. I know what that means.
When you go take the dog for a walk.
Exactly. Like, I give them space. I'm not just, what I'm saying? I don't try to just be here all the time. I'll go, I do a little something.
He does.
One, two.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, he goes to play basketball.
And Sunday. Thank you.
Oh, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, he goes to play basketball. The most glorious 2+ hours. Then he has to come back and tell us all of his accolades.
I mean, like, whenever we're going to a game of 12 and I score 8 points, like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, why would I not come home and try to, like, I need to tell somebody. Like, I just carried them boys. But they always act like I'm lying for some reason.
Because he comes in with, like, tall tales, it would seem. Like,
oh, your son is the best basketball player?
Our team scored 12 points and I had 8 of them. Like, every time.
And I tell y'all exactly each bucket. I tell y'all how I got each bucket.
If we walk past the park while he's playing.
Okay, that's only a couple times.
All we
like,
see is
they catch me on my worst. Okay,
Brick
you
City.
just told them I hoop 3 days out of a 7-day week. Like, am I supposed to be cold every single time I touch the basketball?
That's what you say.
I don't. I'll be honest sometimes. I'll be honest. Not sometimes. I'll be honest whenever I play bad sometimes. I'll go ahead and be like, today wasn't a good day.
So we don't ever know when it's tall tales and when it's the truth.
Okay.
That's the truth.
Right.
That's the honest truth.
Right.
And so that's the worst part, that you can't scream on your stream.
Honestly, I mean, it's not really.
That's not a bad gig.
Yeah, it's not really too many other. I mean, it's pretty similar, honestly.
What about when I decide that we're gonna do like some family activity and we're all gonna go to the park and do XYZ? Do you enjoy forced family fun?
I enjoy forced family fun whenever I'm told about it in advance. If I can be told at least 30 minutes before we do it, I'll be good. But if you like, get up, come on, we going.
I do not talk like that.
Just be like, see, like we had all day and I'll be at the house the whole day. She'll walk by my door, she'll do all this, all that.
The idea is still percolating.
The second, whenever she's like, okay, let's do this, and we're leaving right now, she'll be like, all right, you ready? Ready for what? We did, like, why you ain't been telling me this? Like, I could have prepared my mind, prepared my heart, prepared my soul.
Go back to the point where you were doing absolutely nothing.
Exactly, but I was planning to keep doing absolutely nothing.
And I was planning the outing.
You didn't see communication. That's where this podcast failed, because of bad communication. She told me she was gonna pay me, and she has not paid me yet.
I never told you that. And you live here. Every time I keep reminding you.
That is not a form of payment.
It is.
Forgot we
okay, move out.
Nope,
move out.
You win. You win.
Thank you. I want to know from you, what would make this duo work? What would make us a good team? Besides your communication.
I mean, what makes any team good?
That's what I want to know from you.
Communication.
Okay, so communication. If I work on my communication, what do you need to work on?
I think I'm all good. I think, what else could I possibly need to work on? I can't think of anything.
Should I make a list?
I mean, you're good at that, so compared to the previous episodes.
Maybe I will make a list.
Oh, great. That sounds fun.
This is our season finale episode because the break that we had before this, we are going to continue while we revamp for season 2. And here's my ideas for season 2.
Okay, let me hear it.
Season 2, less of a sit-down podcast, more of an activity-based podcast, where we plan in advance to do activities together on certain days. Like in advance, I will communicate the schedule with you.
Great.
You can confirm your availability. And what I need you to work on is on the day, not canceling.
I don't be doing that.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do.
I almost canceled today, though.
You canceled for the graduation party.
Wait. Whoa,
Remember,
whoa.
you did not want to go? You were like declaring, I'm not going to the graduation party.
Whose? Bryce?
No.
I mean, Laney's?
Yes.
Did I not go?
You went, but we had to have this whole debacle where you said, I'm never going to another graduation ever again.
And I'm so serious about that. That's a public service announcement. I will not be attending any more graduations. And
Even when I get my doctorate?
Yeah, mama, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with the fact that I have not had a high school graduation due to me being in class of 2020. That has nothing to do with the fact, even though it is a very important fact. Now, the fact is, like, they're just honestly so boring. They're just so boring. Like, I cannot sit there. Everybody's just on their phone. It's like a glorious event that everybody goes to just be on their phone and hear a name and then be like, oh! And then back to getting on your phone. Like, that has to be the most boringest thing I've ever, like, even as an attendee. Well, I don't know. I've only graduated one time outside of 2020, but.
You graduated from kindergarten, and we were all there for you.
I don't remember that, but okay.
At the Education 2000?
I remember it where I went. I just don't remember.
It was a blue cap and gown. I have the photos.
Oh.
Anyway. You said you weren't going.
I'm not going. That's
Family race day, right before we were about to go, you said, I'm not going.
Okay, that was part rage bait, but it was also like, why are we racing? like, why?
It was so fun, though.
It was, but it's just like, the idea of it just sounded so like, why?
But it was fun.
Yeah.
And as you all crossed the finish line, everybody was laughing.
Right.
Okay.
Well, except me. I was just showboating.
Whatever. And then today you said you almost canceled. So if for season 2 of this podcast, Any Given Sunday, when we transition into activities, are you going to cancel? Are you going to stick to the commitments?
We will stick to the commitment and rescheduling instead of canceling. What? Because I know how you are.
Did y'all see the Holy Spirit just take over?
I know how you
watched it happen. You watched it happen because there's no reason that he's going to reschedule a hypothetical event in the future.
I know how you are.
Why can't we stick to the schedule?
You'll be like, ooh, I don't have nothing to do Wednesday at 6 p.m. Okay, Didi, Wednesday at 6 p.m. we going to do this.
And if it's Sunday, I don't see why that's a problem.
What about me?
You don't play basketball on that night?
I do. But I said I play on what, Wednesday?
You just said Wednesday.
Okay, but you just said Sunday.
I said on Sunday I would tell you about
Wednesday.
Okay. See the communication. That's why we can't do it. We can't do
but
it.
She just said.
I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is it. I cannot do this.
It's not me. It's not me. As y'all can clearly see, it's not me.
It's you. Here comes your dog. Okay, so are you gonna commit to season 2?
Yeah.
B2 Adventures is what I'm calling it.
Oh, great.
Me Too B2 Adventures. Ooh. I don't know. We need another name. Dr. Shonda.
Oh my gosh. You gotta at least complete the degree first.
Okay. That's probably by the time we'll get around to doing these videos.
Right.
With your hectic schedule. Brenda, I wanted to give you a chance to tell, in the finale episode, a story you've never told.
So basically, I remember it was just like a random Sunday after church, you know what I'm saying? And we had this event or something. I don't even know. I barely vaguely remember the story a little bit. So basically, we had somewhere to be at 3 p.m. or at 4 p.m., one of the two. And it was like, we got out of church at 1. And, you know, whenever you leave the church at 1, we probably didn't eat breakfast for real. So we just like, dang.
Why are you acting like I starved you? Were you not supposed to get up and make your own bowl of cereal?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
right,
thank you.
Right. So, yes, so we leave, and then I'm like, we all just like, dang, we a little hungry, but you know what I'm saying? Where we going at 3 p.m., they gonna be eating food. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? We both like, don't want to do too much, but like, we still hungry, so we can't go get no real food. But then my mom comes up with the greatest idea that I've ever seen or ever heard of in my life. She goes, y'all hungry? We said, yeah. She said, well, let's get something small. We can get a little something like a tide you over. I said, tide you over? What that mean? She talking about some, that's what you do whenever you about to get, whenever you about to eat, so you could be, you still gonna be hungry, but you're not gonna be as hungry as if you were not to eat. But you don't want to eat too much because then you're gonna be full, and then you're gonna go there and be like, I'm full, I don't want to eat nothing. No, you need a little, let's say McDonald's, you get like a McChicken. You know what I'm saying? That's a tide you over kind of meal, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
A tide you over.
Yeah.
That's your story you never told. You want to tell the people
you created
that
the
I
tide
fed
you
you.
over. Well, I don't know if you created it, but
I don't know.
I'll never even hear nobody talk about it. I'm like, tide you over. That's what I fluently use that now. Like, I definitely do tide you over to the tide you over. Because sometimes you need a little pre-breakfast before the pre-breakfast and then the breakfast.
You eat breakfast before breakfast?
Sometimes.
And you want me to pay you?
I mean, I'm feeling like you need to pay me, but...
Apparently, I'm paying quite enough.
Oh, whatever.
We have some trivia questions that to end out our season 1 finale. Let me pull up the trivia questions for you, Brandon.
Who is Kelly Rowland? Kelly Rowland, American singer and actress. Calandria Threen Rowland is an American singer, actress, and television personality. What songs do Kelly Rowland sing?
Why you gotta use such terrible grammar?
How's that terrible grammar? Say my name, Why you ain't say that?
I said she was in Destiny's Child.
I don't know Destiny's Child, apparently.
You don't know
I
Destiny's
do.
Child?
That's like Beyonce and them.
Okay.
I never knew who and them was, so...
Okay.
Even when I'm with my boo.
Okay, Brandon. I don't know the answer to some of these.
Right.
But I figure you don't either, so. What was the title of our very first episode?
And Before You Go. Wait, no. I mean, Any Given Sunday.
Yeah, I think it was just like the introduction.
The introduction.
I don't know if that's right. I should have looked up the answer. Which episode do you think had the most laughs?
Most laughs? Probably episode 3.
What was 3 about? Addiction.
I just said. Oh, yes.
What segment do you think listeners look forward to the most?
Story time. Not even close.
Story time? You don't think it's sports? Because you
No.
know I have the hot sports takes.
You ruined sports. you ruined it.
Who's most likely to forget what we're talking about in the middle of the episode?
Definitely you.
No.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. What do you think is my favorite book of the Bible?
Oh, your favorite book of the Bible? That's a great question. John.
That's right. What was my go-to punishment for you when you were growing up?
Go-to punishment. This is a hard one. You got the phone. The phone was a big one for you. The phone or the game, it's hard. She'll either make you turn the game off or she'll take your phone.
Yeah.
That game would just hurt. The game would hurt way more than the phone. I'd rather just give you the phone.
What's the saying that I say all the time?
Saying that you say all the time. I can't have nothing.
Yes, exactly. I can't have nothing around here, including
Wait, hold
peace
on.
and
Door
quiet.
slam. Boom.
What snack do I like to have around?
What snack do you like to? Oh, them salty honey roasted peanuts.
Oh yes, all the time.
I'm locked in, Chad. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, what sport did I play?
Does reading count? does reading count? Because she was, or no, spelling bee champ.
I'm not a good speller, so
Right.
I was never a spelling bee champ. But reading, yes.
Reading, yeah.
I'm a speed reader.
Speed reader for sure.
I never played any sports, okay? Never, ever, ever did I play a sport. Okay, here are your questions for me.
Oh, Lord. Okay. What was my favorite cartoon or TV show as a kid?
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anything with anime.
That's true. That's true. It's very
Naruto.
true. Naruto was a good one. What number did I wear in youth football? I don't even know this one.
Ooh, 16. You were 16.
Yeah. What's youth football in like which year?
CYFL.
Which team?
The team that you was number 16.
I don't think I was number 16.
You were on the Vikings.
Vikings. Maybe.
And in flag football, when y'all did the flag, not
Oh yeah,
not little
I always
flag,
wanted to
but
be 16
yes.
years old.
Is that what it was?
I guess.
Remember your brother Bryce? Every year he wanted to be his age. I want to be number 5.
Because I'm 5.
6.
Because I'm 6.
Yes.
What's one food that I hated as a kid but eat now?
Broccoli.
I don't even know broccoli, but I did hate it.
Something you hated as a kid.
I mean, that's a good one because I'll eat it now.
You will eat it now.
But boy, I remember you used to just never mind.
What did you used to hate? I mean, anything green, but
Yeah.
what else?
That was Bryce. Don't do that. Don't put that label on me.
Okay. None of y'all wanted to eat
Yeah,
vegetables.
I just don't like vegetables.
What
Any
What
vegetable.
other food? I will say something you used to eat that you won't eat now. No, that's Bray. He don't want to eat spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
He is like anti-spaghetti. Something you used to eat that you don't eat now. Or the opposite.
Yeah, something I would say
Salad. You didn't used to eat salad.
Yeah, I would say like onions, like pretty much like
Oh,
all
yeah.
the other stuff on a burger. I used to take all that off.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's my dream job?
TikToker. No. You want to be a famous sports broadcaster.
Yeah, that's what I am. What song did I play on repeat in high school? You have no idea. You have no idea.
I don't have any idea, and what I want to say would make you angry, so I'm not going to say.
What you gonna say, like Taylor Swift or something?
No,
What?
the song that you and your friend created.
Oh my goodness. Goodbye, Brandon.
Okay. Who is my favorite preacher?
Your favorite preacher?
Yeah.
Tony. I mean, sorry.
This is why we edit him.
Yes. I'm trying to get you fired.
Trying to literally get me
I'm
fired.
sorry. Dr. Tony Evans is your
Thank
favorite
you.
preacher.
Yes. What verse do you quote most often?
Ooh. Do I?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just very specific into the time. We'll say for recently, we'll say Jesus put his head on the pillow. I don't remember the verse number. But during the storm.
Oh, he put his head on the cushion.
On the cushion.
Yes.
On the cushion.
It was the day that sermon was preached at church. There was a big storm that night, and Brandon, I was like, "What we about to do? Oh, it's about to be a bad storm." He said, "Jesus put his head on the cushion," so that's what I'm about.
That's exactly what I'm about to go do. So yeah.
Yeah, that's not the exact quote of the verse, but I got what he meant.
Right.
Okay, what's one worship song we both love?
I mean, you ruined No One Nowhere for me. I
love it.
Like, it's...
No one nowhere.
I don't even know if I can listen to it
No
anymore.
one nowhere.
Because she literally spams
Nobody
the song.
like.
It's like, yes, I love the song,
Nobody.
but my Lord, now every time I hear it, I'm just like,
No one
how
nowhere.
my mom would just be, you're still singing it.
No one nowhere. Do you say, lover of my soul? Oh. I love that song.
She does. She really does.
So what's your song then?
That I have on repeat? What's it called? It's Gracefully Broken.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
went
my
through
song.
that phase too.
That's my song
Here
right
I am.
Eyes wide open. Nah, yeah. She really did that one.
Yep. Pouring out.
My life. Yeah, it's just, it just flows just.
I like that one too. Well, we're ending this season on Brandon's birthday. He's 23.
My Cash App will be in the
It
bio.
will not be. It will not
the
be.
The Cash App's in the bio. Y'all know what I'm saying? Show me some love. Know what I'm saying?
No, that's not going to be down there.
It's going to be down there.
It's
hey,
not.
Just type it in the comments. I will see y'all comment. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, yo, Brandon, what's your Cash App? I'm going to reply and I
No
got
one's going to say that.
Okay.
But happy birthday, Brandon.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing one season of the podcast with me.
Yes.
And maybe you guys can look forward to Any Given Sunday Adventure Series.
Season 2.
Season 2.
All right.